Stay back into Jordie Barrett. And away we go for the win. John Lennon, your player of the match, please, if you don't mind.
Yeah, look, it's been an enthralling game. I think Cian Prendergast, Mac Hansen, superb for Connacht. Soraka had a brilliant opening half. Ross Byrne was very good, but I think, for me, Jordie Barrett was outstanding. He is my URC player of the match.
Yeah, well deserved. The All Black has made quite the impression since he's arrived here for Leinster. That was not a pretty game at times. Certainly had a huge amount of intensity, and the tackling, as we mentioned, ferocious from the off. But the second half came to life, and Connacht played their part in it. They'll feel hard done by to leave with nothing, but Leinster protect their unbeaten record as far as the URC is concerned. Full-time score at the Aviva: Leinster 20, Connacht 12.
Thank you to Hugh and Donal. Well, Bernard, that really turned into a ding-dong battle right at the end there, didn't it?
Absolutely. Look, Connacht showed a lot of bravery. They found holes in that Leinster defence which hadn't been there in the first half. Obviously the wind helped their kicking game a little bit. They were able to get a little bit of territory, but yeah, they go away with nothing. They go back up the road to go away with nothing, and that'll hurt them, because they certainly deserve to get something out of this game. And could have look like they had lots of chances to win it too, but Leinster turned the screw at the end and found a way to close out the game.
Yeah, Gavin, it was tough on Connacht there. You know, they had dragged themselves back into this game in that second half.
Yeah, they gave themselves a chance. I think Murray alluded to it. They kept true to themselves, kept true to the way they wanted to play. Not many teams go through that many phases against this Leinster defence. And Leinster actually looked tired. They actually looked out in their legs for a few phases towards the end. And just when you think you have them on the ropes, the big guys step up. We probably see it over the course of the analysis, but Snyman stepped up and Jordie Barrett stepped up, and tonight's the type of night that they've been brought in for. I thought they were the two guys that really steadied the ship for Leinster and got them across the line ultimately in the end.
Yeah, I suppose, Jamie, it's a case of big moments from big players. That's what they're here for.
Yeah, look, what was it, 13 changes to the starting 15, and you had a mix of guys who are on academy contracts, you know, some full-time players. But I think, you know, to Gavin's point, the two kind of internationals there with tons of experience really showing their class in this type of game, because, you know, you look through the stats, third type possession, it's pretty even, and Connacht, fair play to them, they came back into that game. But that will stand to Leinster and those kind of younger players as well, having a tightly contested match like that. But yeah, you know, particularly Jordie Barrett there at the end, he showed real touches of class and experience in terms of, you know, how to step up in those big moments.
Connacht were able to ask questions of Leinster, though.
Yeah, they did. They found space down the blind side, particularly when Lee Barron went to the bin. I think Leinster would be very concerned about their attack, but also they're very concerned about their discipline, and that gave Connacht momentum. In fairness, Connacht pressurised Leinster into some of those penalties, but when they did go to 14, they found space down that blind side, and then they converted. They showed real good depth and understanding of how to manage that flat blitz defence and got in on the far side. So, yeah, Connacht are a good attacking side. Unfortunately for them, when it came to the crunch, well, today their scrum let them down. Leinster had dominance there, and when it came to the crunch, they lost a couple of key line-outs, and that's the difference between winning away from home in a place like the Aviva and not.
Yeah, you mentioned discipline there, Bernard and Gavin. I suppose discipline was an issue for both sides at different times.
It was, and for many different reasons as well, between the scrum penalties, breakdown, a little bit of indiscipline as well in terms of individual fouls. I thought yellow cards, Shane Jennings I thought was very harsh. Yeah, definitely a penalty in the first half. I thought Jimmy O'Brien's yellow card at the end, I thought that was really going to give Connacht a chance, because that's, you know, taking someone from the outfield, but I thought that yellow card was harsh. I thought that was a really fair contest for a high ball. So both sides, again, discipline let them down and allowed each other to get back into the game in the various stages.
OK, well, we can hear from the player of the match now. Jordie Barrett is with Connor.
He is indeed. Thank you, Claire. And Jamison Gibson Park is standing by to do the honours. The BKT URC player of the match is Jordie Barrett. Thanks, Jamison. Jordie, congratulations. Your first test of the Irish Interprovincial Derby action here at the Aviva Stadium. A full-blooded contest. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, absolutely loved it. I mean, Connacht are a class team. We understood the assignment we had all week. A team that's tough and resilient didn't go away, and as you could see, a couple of moments there and they could have easily taken that match, so they were awesome.
17-point cushion 10 minutes into the second half. They really put you to the pin of your collar. What changed in terms of the dynamic of the game to allow Connacht back into it?
Yeah, for sure. We probably felt we left a few out there in the first half. There was a bit of a wind, so there's a bit of help there when they're kicking the ball long, and if you get backed into a corner, it's pretty hard to get out. So I mean, they understood what we did to them, and they did the same thing. And unfortunately, our discipline didn't allow us, I guess, entries into their half. But yeah, Connacht were outstanding tonight.
Things to work on. Line out remains an issue at times, and certainly today in particular, you monopolised possession. Lots of 22 entries, maybe didn't capitalise as you would have liked.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's all sorts of different areas of our game that we can get a little bit better. And look, like I said, Connacht are outstanding tonight. But I guess the pleasing thing for Leinster, we blooded a lot of young boys with not much experience, and to come away with a win. And I guess some invaluable experience for those boys. It's very pleasing, so very proud.
10 wins out of 10 on the small matter of a trip down the road to Thomond Park and Munster next time out.
Yeah, it's an outstanding fixture with a lot of history, so yeah, we'll have to be right up for it. Munster been good.
Well done, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Let's bring in
Jordie Barrett there, and now we're joined by RTÉ Snyman. Thank you very much for coming down to chat to us. That was a hard-fought victory in the end.
Yeah, I think first of all, fair play to Connacht for coming out tonight and making that a really tough game for us at home. I think there's a lot more for us out there, and there's a lot to look forward to for the rest of the season. But yeah, that was a tough game. Happy to get out with a win.
And a crucial moment from you down there, stealing that line out.
Yeah, I think so. Towards the end, I must say, the lineouts didn't really go as planned tonight for us, and maybe over the last couple of weeks. But it's definitely something that we'll look at going forward. But again, they put a lot of pressure on us, and yeah, just happy to get away with the win, eh?
Jared?
Yeah, RG, obviously this is a lot younger Leinster team that's been playing in the European Cup, but it must be great for Leo Cullen to have players like you and Jordie Barrett starting, playing 50 or 80 minutes, and then Gibson Park to come on. I mean, have you that role with Leinster that certain weeks you're going to have to just bring those youngsters through?
Yeah, I think so, and I think it's important for us to kind of share the knowledge we have around the building, because I think it's one of our strengths, and there's not a lot of clubs that have that. So it's important for us to bring the younger guys up to speed a lot earlier, because you know, further down the line it's going to count a lot more for us, you know, so it is important.
You've had your share of injuries over the last couple of years. You're getting a really clear run of it now. You must be enjoying it, being out in the pitch as often as you are.
Yeah, I must say I'm having a lot of fun, and staying injury-free is definitely helping. So yeah, just having fun out there.
RG, just a personal question. You've played with Munster, you've played with Leinster. Just you know, what's your outside coming from South Africa? What's your outside kind of view on Irish rugby right now?
Yeah, I must say it's good working in a different system and a different environment under different coaches amongst different players. And it's interesting to see the kind of differences and similarities between the two sides and the two systems almost. But yeah, I definitely think the way the guys look at the game here is a lot. You know, it's a lot of a running game. It's an expansive game, and it's trying to keep the ball alive and in play a lot. You know, so it's good to be in a system like that as well, and to play with likes of Jordie and guys like Jackman, Gibson Park, you know, who keeps that ball alive, and it's really exciting to play alongside those guys.
Sweet.
RG, just before we let you go, next up it's a trip back down the road to Limerick for Munster. How do you feel about going back to Thomond Park?
Yeah, it's exciting, you know, it's always a great occasion to play in Thomond Park. It'll be obviously a little bit different for me this time around if I get the opportunity, but always one to look forward to.
Well, we wish you the best of luck, and thanks for coming to chat to us, and happy Christmas.
Thank you very much. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Folks, great player to have in this league, and he talked there about sharing the knowledge, and he just brings so much to the tournament. Yeah,
look, he's very softly spoken, but on the field he brings a level of physicality and athleticism that I don't think many can match. But that's exactly what Leo Cullen's looking for from him. He's looking for from Barrett, and also Slimani. You know, he speaks about the influence he has on the young props, but I think it's amazing. I'd love to see the other provinces being able to have at least one of the likes of him, you know, and I think Connacht put up a great performance tonight, but I think realistically it's one super province now, and why wouldn't it be when you have foreign players like that plus the international they have? But look, it's great to have him in Irish rugby. It's look at, you see the kids here. You know, he's the kind of player that you want to look up to and make you want to play rugby and follow rugby.